Let's get recording because somebody reminded me, which nobody did. So I reminded myself. So if you're here watching the recording, thank you for watching the recording. If you want to know what we've just done, you've got to get here live because I always forget to record at the beginning. So wonderful to see you guys here. We've got some people sharing some very interesting experiences this past week about getting home alive without being chased by hippos, to the fireman cutting the dog out the cat flap. So we got some interesting stories going on here. Thanks for sharing, guys. Let us jump in. Let me get my screen going here. All righty. If you're open to opening up your cameras, please open them up. Just like I imagine you would rather me talk to you. Well, would you rather me talk to you like that? Or like that? See, I pick up energy from you guys now. There we go. Aaron, good man. Monica, fantastic. Noel, thanks, guys, for showing up. Let's jump in. If I can, we all can. There with Festina. You said it, my lady. You said, there we go, Cecile, Noel. That is awesome, guys. Love it, love it, love it. I get energy from you as well. Otherwise, I'm just sort of staring at my own reflection in my laptop screen, and I wake up with my face every morning. I'd rather see somebody else's for a change. Festina's got a coffee. Let's get into it. I've got some things that I want to share with you today, and it's sort of like, well, it's not sort of. Where are we? There we go. There we go. Let's have a look. Festina, you can see that screen, Power Gifting 3 Feb. Give me a thumbs up. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Now, just sort out my screen here. 3 weeks ago, it was 3 weeks ago, maybe it was 4, I can't remember now, it doesn't matter. I started to share just naturally, it sort of just flowed. It wasn't actually a strategic thinking that of what I was doing. It was just meaningful for me at that moment. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to start sharing a portion of my program, which I call the Professional Pointer Program. And sort of the next week sort of led into the next part, And I thought, well, why don't I every week just take a snippet of this and share one thing? The reason why this is becoming more and more meaningful for me is this is all about what sits between our ears, the 6 inches, which for majority of us, it's our block. It's the roadblock stopping us from actually moving forward. So in the program that I take business professionals through, I've spoken a little bit about, it's the who, and I'll just quickly do a recap. And if we're understanding this journey that I'm going to take you through, and each week, I'm going to continue to unpack a portion of the program for you so that then you can start applying every week, just something little. And from there, you're going to grow. So this is not about power gifting. This is not about networking. It's not about growing your team. What is phenomenal is we've got some other people who are going to do that. So I'm going to fit in and share with you different insights for your own personal growth about your complete holistic approach. Others are then taking it forward about how you're applying this stuff into your actual power gifting community that you build. So here's a key thing about what this is all about. It does build one on the other. So if you do miss 1 week, please go back and watch the recording. If you put it on 1.5 speed, you'll be able to catch it in 20 minutes. And hopefully it's impactful and powerful for you. And if you do have some sort of realizations or something that happens to you, share it in the community. Share it with other people so that then others who are not watching the recording or not able to get you live can go, all right, that was interesting. I need to do that. I recognize what that person's been through. I like their solution. Let me go and watch the recording. So please do share. Okay, now, today, training on who, and then, no, it's not Leaders of Legends today. Let me just quickly jump onto the next one. There we go. I'm going to quickly do a recap. Bridging the gap. It begins with who and how others see you. That's what we're going to be covering today. Then Festina is going to talk on Power 24/7 and the next strategies that are about to unroll. She's going to share with that. Coach Bernard on the strategies that he's got going into place on Tuesdays. He's going to share a little bit. Then Dr. C is going to jump in just with a quick few updates and whatever insights and knowledge, because he's got huge amounts. He could run these sessions better than me, I can assure you. And then we'll finish on some Q&A. So I'm eating into my time. It's all about what you do that counts today. Now, let's do a recap here quickly. Put there, give me a thumbs up. I can't see all your screens, so you could put in the chats, but otherwise give a thumbs up. Have you looked at Bridging the Gap? Bridging the Gap is that goal activation plan, which is one of the first things I shared. This is that document, and many of you, hugely amazing that so many have asked me for it, have asked me for the PDF of the program, Bridging the Gap. If you haven't and you want it, and you want to know more about what this is, please DM me and I'll gladly send it on to you. It's done as a PDF. Print out that document, which is called Bridging the Gap, the Goal Activation Plan, helping you go from who you are to who you will become. And in this specific example, I was talking about how to get to elite in 6 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. Put your own timeline in there. And when you talk about the who, it's identifying when you know, for example, in this one, elite is where I want to be in 6 months. How does an elite talk? What does an elite do? What skills and knowledge does an elite have? What habits do I need to take on, and what habits do I need to drop? So in elite, in this example, of course, we're talking about somebody that has introduced 50 into power gifting, and based upon the launch of opening up of phase 3, you're now all beginning to understand why that is such an absolute milestone. And when you are there, not if, when you are there, that's when the realization of the results of what you're working towards is going to manifest into your lives. And that's what Tuesday is about with Sandra and Coach Bernard. But don't want to digress. This is the document that you keep handy with yourself, and you fill in the gap. The gap being, what skills, what knowledge, what information do I need in order to be an elite? That's the skills gap. Okay. So the next one is about knowing who you are. So this is what we went through last week. And last week we covered, I'm just going to quickly put up all this on the screen there, the 5 words that your friends would use to describe you. And the 5 words, have I still got it up? Sorry, I think I've gone too far. Sorry. The 5 words that friends would use to describe you, and that you believe friends would use to describe you, and the 5 words that you'd like your friends to describe you as in a year's time or 2 years' time, once you are this person. So that starts setting your mindset thinking about how you believe others perceive you. Now, here's a key thing. The journey that you're starting, if you've done this exercise, right? And if you haven't, I urge you to sit down just privately with yourself. This is private, right? Sit down and face some introspective analysis. It's not easy. There's a reason why so few people actually will do this. Now, with my clients, as I'm going through it, I actually do it with them, because that's the way that I ensure they're actually going to grow through it. You see, one of the requirements is, in working with me, is your commitment to yourself, that you are doing the work. So here's what you need to do. In fact, do this now. Who's got one of these? Pick it up. Show it to me. Bernard, you should have every Saturday morning. I'm going to encourage you. Maybe we'll start this off as a requirement. You have one of these and something to use it with on. Can't really see. The power of writing cannot be understated. Aaron knows this. He's heard me say this a million times. Am I right, Aaron? How many times have we spoken about the power of the pen? Not the computer, not the power which sits on top of our shoulders, the power of the pen. Write down that I am committed to my growth. Write it down here and now with me. You give yourself that commitment, promise to self, not to anybody else, to self. I am committed to my growth. That was a sideline request from what I was going to share with you. But it is this important that you commit to yourself. You are your own accountability partner. If you are part of Coach Bernard and Sandra's sessions, they are introducing you and creating teams. I'm not going to take away his story, for accountability to work with others. So back to this. Now, as I'm saying, this journey is not going to be easy. So not everybody's going to do it. In fact, typically, only about 10% of people will actually sit and spend the time to do it. So here's what's going to happen today. On this call, you will do this work. And if you don't want to, drop off. If you say, I'm not committed, no problem. Don't waste your time. Don't take my energy. I really don't mind. Go. It's your life. But be committed, because this next exercise is going to be an eye-opener. So by the end of this next exercise, and I might go over time a little bit here, but I think it's very important, is that you will begin to understand clearly how others see you. Now, why is this so important? How others see us is often very different how we see ourselves. You may recognize this already. See, self-criticism is very easy, and yet you could be actually closer to being the person that you'd like to be than you realize. How you present yourself to others is frequently forms your brand of who you are. And when you're going on this journey, that bridging the gap journey, in understanding who you are, accepting who you are, fully, completely, wholly, who you are, for all your good, your bad, your warts, your ugliness, your baldness, your scraggly hair, your inability to grow a beard, it doesn't matter. You have to accept fully who you are. And only from then will you be able to grow into who you'd like to become. But when you start taking in others' perspectives from their side, looking in at you, that's when you start to get a good benchmark of where you are. This is your brand, if you want. It's your perception. Your reputation is built around the actions that you repeat most often. And how you act, not always what you say, is how people then perceive you. It's sort of like my coach recently said to me, the one reason why a coach is so powerful is if you take a jar, you are inside this jar, this glass jar, you are inside it. You can't see what's written on the label on the outside. So you're sitting there projecting this image. You're saying certain things, you're acting certain ways, you're doing things. People look at the jar, can read the label. You've got an idea, but you can't read the label from the inside. So having other people read back to you what they see is an essential part in your personal growth journey. Now, one of the big sort of catchphrases, big words being bandied about at the moment, it started a couple of years ago, and I see it growing more and more amongst personal development coaches, is called imposter syndrome. Now, imposter syndrome is very much a psychological pattern where you as an individual doubt your accomplishments, you doubt your personal strengths, and it creates this fear and disbelief that you're actually capable of doing what you say you're doing. And you feel like a fraud, or you just don't see yourself as successful, as impactful. But others on the outside see a very different story. That's one reason why we're going to unpack how others see you here today. So sometimes you'll find the most valuable perspectives when you start to accept the way that other people perceive you. For example, you may see yourself as flexible and open-minded. Yet those who know you may describe you as wishy-washy and indecisive. I'm flexible, I'm open-minded. Other people say, no, you're indecisive, you never make a decision. And these differences and also the similarities are essential to give you that guide of what skills that you need in order to be that who that you would like to be. The feedback also may validate who you think you are and gives you a great point of departure. So it's an essential part in your journey. Hang on, let me move this out of the way. So this is what you're going to be doing. Right now, write down 10 names, people that are close to you. It's another reason why you've got your pen and paper. Write down 10 names, a mixture of friends, family, colleagues, managers, employees, network contacts, people in your group, mentors, anybody that knows you that if you phoned them and you said, hi, how are you? They wouldn't know who it is. Write down right now. Remember I said to you, you're going to be doing this exercise with me here. 10 names. Give me a thumbs up. I can't see all of your screens, so put it in the chats. A quick thumbs up. Move this out of the way. Cool. Rocky, not yet. Go back, mate. Go and have a look at those recordings. And Dr. Clinton, you know all about how others profile you. Yep. Once you've written down 10 names, give me a thumbs up. You shouldn't be able to think, you shouldn't need to think hard. A couple of friends, a couple of family, a couple of colleagues, manager, employees, people in your network, people who know you. Thanks, Festina. One thumbs up here. I'll give you guys another 30 seconds. Just their first name. Ten seconds. Rocky, man. Touch ups. Okay, a few more seconds. You guys can keep writing down. There we go. Chizala, fantastic. All righty, keep writing down. Keep writing. 10 names. It needs to be 10. Not 5, not 12, 10. There's a reason. The reason behind my madness. Sometimes. All right. Okay, let's go. Once you've got these 10 names, take out this device. There we go. We've all got one. Jocelyn, Joyce, take out your phone. You've got your phone with you. If you're listening to me on your phone, that's perfectly fine. Type out the following message. Type out the following message. And then all you're going to be doing is copy and pasting this message to all 10 people. Now you can tweak the words slightly so it's your own words. These are mine. Use your own. Please can I ask for your assistance? So you maybe say, hi Clinton, please can I ask for your help here? I'm currently live on a workshop. And as part of the coaching, I need to ask 10 people to share 5 adjectives that come to mind when thinking about me. Another way of putting this would be, hi Clinton, I'm busy on a workshop now. It's important to say I am busy now because you want people to take action now, not later. Now, I'm busy now. And part of what I need to do, the coach has asked me, the speaker, somebody, I've been asked, the exercise I need to do is to ask 10 close people, ask a handful of close people to describe me in 5 words. Not sentence, 5 individual words, 5 adjectives that would be used to describe you. Type it out. Send. Copy. Pick the next name. Paste, send. Copy. Next name, paste, send. Next name, paste, send. 10 times. When you're done, give me a thumbs up. Pick a nice song.
I wanna dance by water beneath the Mexican sky. Drink some margaritas by swinging blue lights. Listen to the mariachi play at midnight. Are you with me?
We done, Oren?
Are you with me?
Excellent, my friend. Now it's quick. If you're on your laptop, super easy. At the end of the song, we're going to carry on. I'm going to give you another 2 minutes. Shouldn't take you this long to copy and paste. Hi, Clinton. Please can I ask for your help here? I'm busy on a workshop and I've been asked to get hold of 10 people that are close to me to find out 5 words from you, how you would describe me. I love it. I'm getting messages.
Are you with me?
Love it, love it. No problem.
I wanna dance by water
After
beneath
this,
the
I'll
Mexican
send you my 5
Drink
adjectives.
some margaritas by swinging blue lights. Listen to the mariachi play at midnight. Are you with me?
Good for you guys, the ones who are sending me the messages. Good for you. I know what you're doing. I'm going to give you another 30 seconds.
I wanna dance by water beneath the Mexican sky. Drink some margaritas by
10 seconds. Give me some more thumbs up when you're done.
play at midnight. Are you with me? Are you with me? I wanna dance by water beneath the Mexican sky.
Alrighty. Just got another message. Excellent, excellent. Good stuff. Now you can carry on this. You're welcome to Orange. You're welcome. That after's fine. Dr. Clinton says, don't send me messages, please. Alrighty. When you see yourself as an organized person and analytical, and others confirm this, you also own it. Because it's no longer your internal belief. It's like, okay, wow, people actually see me as I see myself. And that's what you want. Because then you're not wearing a mask. You're not hiding. You are authentically you. When you see yourself as honest and direct, but others see you as cold and hard. Being honest and direct is sometimes good, but perhaps then you need to have a look at how can you present honesty and being direct without being perceived as cold and hard. So it's not always going to be an easy exercise, but it'll definitely be eye-opening. Okay, now, here's a couple of things that you will find. Not all 10 will reply. That's okay. They don't have to. It's good to have 6, 7, 8. When I very first did this exercise many years ago now, I read more into it for the people who didn't reply than the actual responses I had. Don't take it personally. Okay, this is not personal. This is about your growth. And don't hold anybody that says something to you which is direct as, I'm going to cut them off my Christmas list. No, no, no. Be grateful that they've got your back because they're confident and comfortable enough to be honest with you. What's the next thing that you do? As people are replying, and it's 5 individual words, not a sentence, you'll see on the screen here a page that says 5 adjectives of description. You're going to write down the 10 names. You're going to write 1 to 5 across the top. And next to each name, you're going to write their feedback, the 5 words. So if Clinton has said to you, honest, passionate, enthusiastic, skilled, wise, whatever it is, those individual words you write there next to Clinton. Then the next name, or 5 words. If they gave you a sentence, see if you can break down 5 adjectives, 5 words of description that describe you from that. You're reading Clinton's comments there. Okay, now you're not going to complete this now. This is something you're going to take away and do with you. Just copy that down now. For time, we're not going to go wait for everybody's responses. Write down 10 names, 1 to 5 across the top, then the words, the adjectives. Right. What do you do next? You go person by person, identifying similarities in the adjectives. Because what you want to do is find the top 5 adjectives that describe you. So once you've got all 10 or 7 or 8, whoever, however many reply, and you've written them down, you'll then start at person 1, adjective 1. And if that is, for example, energetic, cross energetic off, count how many other people would use something similar to energetic. So energized or excited or something which is close description that you could sort of put together in synonyms, that they're effectively close together. And cross those off as well and count how many of them. Okay? What you're looking for are your 5 top words that describe you. The 5. And that's what you're going to write down in the next one. So your 5 words and how many times that describes you. These would be 5 key skills, 5 key abilities, 5 key things that you have that you do and say and you act out that others see of you. All right, I want to give you another minute. There's one. No, I've run out of time. Okay, I'm not going to do the next one now because we've got some important things to share. I don't want to go over. Have we all got that? Have we all got that? What I'll do for you is afterwards, I'll just take a screenshot of that page. So I've already gone 5 minutes over. I'll take a screenshot of that page and put it with the recording. Okay. We're going to take this further next week. So it may take, obviously, people aren't going to reply immediately. It may take a couple of hours or a day. Keep working on it. And as they come through, put those 5 adjectives, get the similarities, put it down as your top 5 words that other people use to describe it. It can be a very, very eye-opening and insightful exercise to do. It can be very scary. It is yours, not for judging anybody. If you feel judged, go internally. They didn't judge you. It's your judgment, not them. All they did was give you their honest words. All righty. Was that interesting? Who's scared? Aaron, thumbs up. Good man. Let's put his camera on. I hope you found that useful. and valid and valuable. And you'll understand more as you continue this journey with me each week as how important this is. Because now what you're beginning to do is, if you've done the other exercise, love it, can't wait for replies. When you're doing each of the exercises, you'll start to get where we are beginning is who you are. Because who you are is very, very rarely who you believe you actually are. And it's very, very rarely your true core person. Because we wear masks. All of us wear masks. And we need to get those masks off. Once you've got the mask off, and you are your authentic you, not your pre-programmed you, not the one which you were told at school that, you're stupid, go sit in the back and put this dunce cap on. You're never going to amount to anything. Been there, done that. That was me. School dropout. Useless. Always the one on Saturday mornings, extra classes, and blah, 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 and all this nonsense. You can either own it, or you can find out who is truly you. And it can take us 3, 4, 5, or even 6 decades before we start to find this out. And it doesn't matter how long, as long as you do. So thank you for doing this exercise. I love it. I love sharing this with you guys. I'm going to now hand over. I'm going to ask, I can't remember whose order it was now, Festina to actually come in and share. Where's Festina? There she is. Wonderful, wonderful. You're welcome to unmute yourself. Festina is going to be sharing the next step in her amazing initiative, which has been so powerful and so valid within power gifting community that people are shouting out and going, Festina, you're our hero. We need you. And Festina is presenting one of many different strategies that are in place, not only to help you as an individual, but help the community. So listen in. You either know what she's talking about from before or not. Doesn't matter. This is for the community. I'm going to hand you over to Festina. Thank you so much for sharing.
Greetings, everyone. Tim, may I ask you to make me a co-host, please? I just want to share a screen.
You should be able to share screen now.
Share screen. Right, can everyone see my screen?
Yep, you just put it in presenters mode. If you just press play, and then we'll only see your main slide, and then all good to go.
Let me just move this to the bottom. Okay.
There you are.
Okay. So this is going to be a very, very quick overview of the 2024 Power 24/7 goals plans. It's going to be interactive. I can't see the chat box anymore. So Tim, I'm going to ask you just to tell me, I'm going to ask some questions. I would please want all of you to respond, be involved, thumbs up. If I ask answers, then type away, and then Tim, if you can just confirm with me. So the very first thing is Power 24/7 is a strategy within power gifting. It is a beautiful strategy, but it is not the only or the ultimate strategy. While we are planning this and going to put this in motion over the next 30 days, there are other strategies that are being worked on in the background, Sandra, Coach Bernard, and others. So let's go. So most of you should know that I'm a farmer, or I was a farmer for most of my adult life until my daughter fired me 2019, 5 years ago. And over the last 35 years, I learned one hell of a lot from farming. I'm going to go through a few lessons that I learned. And as I do this, I'd like you, lesson by lesson, I want you to think and then just jot down in the chat, what and how do you think this lesson applies to specifically power gifting today? So the first lesson as a farmer that I learned is that you've actually got to sow before you can reap. How profound is that? You've got to sow before you can reap. You can't want or imagine or dream or wish for a harvest if you did no sowing. Then when you've sown, then you've actually got to tend your crop. How does this How is this applicable to power gifting? How do you tend your crop while in power gifting? The third thing about farming is that you never harvest in the same season as you plant. You can't plant today and think you're going to harvest tomorrow. It doesn't work like that. Life comes with seasons. There's a season for planting and there's a season for harvest. Now, the amazing thing about planting or about sowing seeds is you always harvest more. If you plant one apple seed, you're not going to harvest only one apple, but you are going to harvest 10, 20, 30, 100 apples from that one seed. And the other thing here that I want to bring in, you can't expect to harvest avos if you planted a lemon tree. Nothing wrong with lemon trees, but you can't expect to harvest avos from a lemon seed. The very last thing that I want to share with you this morning, and what I have learned not only in farming, but with training, weight loss, studying, we always overestimate what we can do in the short term, and we underestimate what we can do in the long term. You find yourself where you say, oh, I need to lose 10 kilograms by next Saturday. Ain't gonna happen. But if you say, I need or I want to lose 10 kilograms over the next 10 weeks, if you actually apply the correct knowledge and you stay committed and you've got grit and you stick to the plan, you cut out the jam and the ice cream, you eat the right stuff, you do a little bit of cardio, you do a little bit of weight training. In 10 weeks time, it's very, very possible that you would have lost 10 kilograms or maybe 7. But you, over the long term, we really achieve a lot more. We overestimate what we can do in the short term. Right, so the objectives of Power 24/7 for this year is 100 participants, with each will take 24 accounts. We're going to do it slowly, 2 accounts per month. So it's going to cost you $20. You can take these accounts for yourself. You can nominate a charity. You can invite a friend. But if you do invite a friend, say, hey, I want to show you this. Have a look at this. Come with me to this meeting. And then and give them the account. These 24 accounts will be registered over a 12-month period. And by next year, this time, you will actually leap to phase 2. Remember, you can do this in a shorter period of time, but we want to do this slow, consistently, over a 12-month period. And this is what we do now. We're going to start to plant. We're going to tend the crop. And we're not going to harvest in the same season. And next year, this time, there will be another plan to move on. How will we do this? I will share a link of a Google form. You're going to send the USDT to the indicated USDT wallet. We're going to add you to a private Telegram group and a Google document where you can actually see the work that we do. Like the first round of Power 24/7, the accounts are registered, gifted, managed by Zelda, Ruthie, and myself. This time we do have terms and conditions. And here it's very important. I'd like to have all of your input here. That to take part in Power 24/7 2024, you need to have a registered Power Gifting account. You've got to be in the Power Gifting Telegram group. You've got to attend 2 Power Gifting presentations and 2 Power Gifting training sessions on Saturdays. And these 2 are applicable for all brand new people or revived power gifting members. By revived power gifting members, I mean those people that joined power gifting a year ago or 15 months ago, but they are just there. Nothing further happened. I think we should actually pull these people closer to the fire again. So just show me with a thumbs up, thumbs down. Are you guys, because you are here today, are you okay with these terms and conditions? Because it's very important that you guys who are you are the stokers. You are here every Saturday. You come to the meetings. You know that we are working on this. I need 10 thumbs up, thumbs down ideas. I need you guys to be interactive with me now.
Yep, we're
Tim,
getting
I
some
can't.
thumbs up. Yep, we're getting some thumbs up here. Cecile, Aaron, Massini, Coach B, Elizabeth, excellent guys. Rocky. Yep, all in agreement.
Okay, so we are all in agreement that these would be the terms and conditions for Power 24/7 2024. Okay, so we would like to launch it on the 3rd of the 3rd month. By now, you know that I love dates that are symmetrical. So we've got 30 days. We've got 30 days to get our 100 people. Are we going to get 100 people? I've got no idea. But if all of you help us, we could. And if we get to 50, I don't really mind. Then we've made 50% of our goal. And in the next month, we can try and encourage other people. Hey, you can leap in 12 months from now by being very, very consistent, 2 accounts a month. So this is the plan. 100 is our goal. If we get to 50 or 75, I'm good with that too. I'm halfway there. Maybe I overestimated what we can do in the short term, these 30 days. But I know that certainly in another 60 or 90 days, we can get to the 90, to the 100. So I read this on someone else's Telegram group last week, and it really actually, it struck my heart. Because I know for me, it's definitely true. And maybe you can find some wisdom in this too. Maybe we have exactly what we deserve. Has it ever crossed your mind that all the things that we want and yet do not have, we simply do not deserve? We've yet to earn them. Really wanting something isn't the same as earning something. I can really want a 6-pack while I eat donuts. I'm not going to get that 6-pack. We confuse wanting things with effort, confuse wanting things with pure directional force. We must do so much that the universe has to give us something. To have more, we must do more. Let's stop wasting time. Let's do more. Let's win more. So, reserve now. I think most of you that are on this call have actually leapt already, but I would like to invite you to a meeting we're going to have Monday evening, 8 o'clock after the power gifting presentation. And we are going to work on a strategy on how to get to the 100 people to join this, which will not only cause massive momentum again in power gifting, but will push each and every one of us onto another level or closer to another level, or we might be pushing someone else up to level 3 or level 4. But let's do this together. Let's have grit. Let's stick together. Let's do this. I'm done for now.
Amazing.
Oops.
Festina, thanks so much for putting that together. I love the strategy of what you're doing. You're making it accessible to so many more people. You're biting it down, $20 a month over 12 months. Love it. Love the strategy. And I think it's a very, very important one, Coach. I know that some people put comments there. Coach B, you're going to share. You should be able to share screen, Coach B. You're going to come on next. So wonderful for what you, and I know you've got a crew of people coming behind you there supporting you, because it does take a lot of admin as well. So yeah, guys, we know the power of this because we saw it, if you've been part of the community for a while, of what happened last year. That's Festina. Now I'm going to hand you over to Coach Bernard. If you don't know him, Coach Bernard is our South African in the UK. And he's teamed up with Sandra from Canada, where on Tuesday evenings at, I believe it is 7 p.m. South Africa time, he does some strategy sessions. And he did put out the recording of last Tuesday. You want to listen to it. I think their strategy is brilliant. How do you, or what I should say, do you need to do to go from where you are to where you want to be in power gifting? I'm going to hand you over to Coach B. Thanks, my friend.
Thank you. Festina, thanks for your energy. I love it. Okay, so these are some of the slides that we used from our last training. So understanding our why. It's amazing the way this ties together lots what Tim had to say as well. So basically going to set groups of roughly about 4, some are slightly bigger, some are slightly smaller. Then each person is to invite at least one person to power gifting per month or per week if possible. Loads of resources, introducing you, inviting to the group. That is essential to this. So we don't want someone to join up or for someone to sponsor someone and nothing happens with it. We also help new members to register and to join our community. Okay, so basically what's going to happen, we'll have our mentors, and each of the mentors will have a few people that they're working with. And going from February, which has already started now, up until July, 6 months. So each member is going to bring people into the team. So we might say this week or this month, we're focusing on getting Festina a few members. So everyone will be giving Festina members under her IOP number, and then the next person in the group, the next person, and the next person. So eventually, we'll have roughly about 72 members in 6 months per team. As Henry Ford said, keeping together is progress, working together is success. So our goal is for everyone to work together. Coming together is the beginning. So here's a few of our milestones. Team formation, which we started doing last week. Our strategy, we then evaluate the strategy, and we track the results, and we share it in the teams. That's it.
Stunning, man. Stunning. Thanks so much. So, guys, join in with Coach Bernard and Sandra and become part of a community that's really being built there, community within the community, if you want, because they are, I love the idea of the team strategy, where you've got a small group of people and create your own WhatsApp group, whatever the strategy is, for accountability, to support each other, to grow with each other, and then key thing, to support and help each other. Is that the recording from last week? Perfect, perfect. Go watch it. It is well worth it. And then join them live. Live is always so much more powerful. It really is. And thank you so much for Coach B and Sandra for putting your hands up and saying, yep, I want to take on some of this training. I've got some value that I can add. Not only will it help the community, it's going to help me as well. So huge respect to you. Lovely stuff. I love the way it's coming together. This is what the community is about. And together we do this. You're not alone. This is about collaborating, cooperation, and it is most definitely the way forward in business. So let's not get lost with everything else that goes on the outside. Focus on what you've got direct control over. Take some beautiful knowledge, some skills from people who've been in the industry and grown massive networks before. That's Coach Bernard and Sandra. So brilliant stuff. You need the links for that. Keep an eye on the Telegram channels, as the links to that training session will be added there. All righty. So we've literally got 4 minutes left. I'm going to ask Dr. C. He's just going to speak quickly about what's going on with the programming. You've all seen the posters in Telegram. So I'm just going to hand you over to Dr. Clinton.
Good morning, everybody. So good to have spent the time, and I'm really excited about the projects with Festina and Coach B and Sandra, Zelda and Ruthie. They are doing phenomenal work. I love the strategy with the community effort on putting people under each other to make sure everybody actually gets to where they need to be. And if that filters right through, right down, where everybody gets 25 people under them, those people that will leap and be on phase 2, that you are all helping as a community in the teams, will actually give you the pass, the right of way onto phase 3. So beautiful and important strategies that was shared here. And I think people really need to grab hold of these opportunities if they want to get to phase 3. Phase 3, phase 3, phase 3. You want to be on phase 3. So with that said, we are busy on power gifting, because we want to make sure that we are system ready for it. You will notice already in your back office, under your profile, the Binance ID was already put in there. So you can have or put your Binance ID in there now. Next, what will appear is the next of kin. Should anything happen to you, we'll get hold of somebody that will be able to take over from you, or your next of kin. Okay, your family member, or whoever is going to be responsible for receiving gifts, if you're not there one day. So those are all things that are still being done. Phase 3, things being implemented. You'll see under your referrals, it's all the bar is already there for number of referrals. So part of the programming is to show that the how many people your referrers has under them. So that is the next thing that will start appearing in your back offices and so onwards. So there's a lot happening, and because there's a lot happening programming wise, becoming phase 3 ready and so onwards, we need to, from time to time during this year, maybe just take the system offline in order to do uploads. What we discovered is when we do uploads while the system is live, it messes with the codes and something goes wrong somewhere and something changes somewhere. So the best option we have is to actually just take the system offline, do the uploads, and fix things, in order for things to work properly, and then bring the system back online. We did this last year, where we uploaded stuff while the system was live, and it kind of messed around with us, and we had to redo it and redo it and redo it. So we don't want to have repeats of those things this year. So you will understand and also explain and also forgive us. I know you want to bring on people, etc., but there will be certain times where we will go offline just to make sure that we are doing the updates correctly and that everything is working, and then come back online again. So it might take a day or two. We don't know how long certain of the uploads is going to take, because after the upload, we have to do the testing, make sure everything is working before we bring it on live. So when we go offline, don't fear, don't get worried. It's just part of us improving the platform so that you can ultimately benefit. I said previously that once we are done with what we are doing, you will have a Rolls Royce, that you're driving with power gifting. So this is going to be an awesome system that will not fail you in what you are setting out to do. Okay, so that's it from me. Thank you so much, Tim, and God bless you, everybody.
Lovely. Thanks a lot for everything you're doing there. And guys, Dr. Clinton's spending a huge amount of time with the programmers on this and with checking all the data, and everything ticks over. So huge thank you to you as well. So that's all we got time for today. Do apologize, no Q&As, but I hope this has been valuable for you. And I'm not going to hold you back anymore. It has been absolutely amazing to see you guys. Hope you're watching the recording. I will get this on later today onto YouTube so you can share. And in the general section on our Telegram group, share what was valuable for you, so that then others who are not watching it can see that, maybe I should watch this. That's important. Please inform people by email or WhatsApp when the system goes down. Telegram. It's on the Telegram channel. That's the communication. To do email and WhatsApp and all these other things, Telegram is the one communication. You'll see this posters there already, so you can expect it to go up. All right, so go down. Got to jump. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody, wherever you are. I hope this has been valuable for you. Get that information from your friends, families, put it down, start absorbing it. We carry on this journey. I'm with you on Monday, Coach Bernard on Tuesday, Coach Bernard on Wednesday, Thursday, me on Saturday. Cheers, guys. Welcome to Unmute. See you all soon.